I buy a lot of used parts for my Jeep, and I want to teach you guys a couple tips on how to avoid getting scammed. One big way to save money when lifting your Jeep is to look on Marketplace, look on Facebook, look on Instagram to see if anybody is selling used parts to lift your Jeep. When I first lifted my Jeep, I actually bought a used set of 2-inch pucks for my WJ and also some used wheels as well. And you're able to save money by buying used. And if you guys haven't noticed, I have Facebook Marketplace on my Jeep because I actually buy stuff from there a lot. Like the Iron Rock A-arm I have under there, I got that on Marketplace. Those Fox shocks, Marketplace. These Corbeau seats, Marketplace. Those seats, my buddy, but he sells them on Marketplace. And I actually got an LED set of these lights used from eBay, which are on Chris's Jeep. So I like to buy used parts on Marketplace, to save money. That way I can put more money into, like, let's say the long arms that I saved up for. Things like that. There are people online that have bad intentions that want to scam you. So let's go over some tips on how to avoid getting scammed and how to protect yourself. Look at that. That's a Cybertruck. That's crazy. So anyways, let's go to the garage and let's talk about some of those tips. And I wanted to make this video because I recently was trying to get a 3D render of a Jeep made and they tried to scam me. You can see some discrepancies on who's real and who's not by following these steps. So first, I was doing this on Instagram. There's a lot of guys who do like cartoon designs or 3D renders, something like art related on Instagram. And some of those guys are legit. I've had some cool designs made by those guys, but some are not. I recommend using Fiverr to find somebody legit that will actually create good art for you. But if you want to go through the Instagram route, you got to be very careful. I would suggest clicking on their profile first and seeing the last post they made. If the last post they made is recent, nah, I wouldn't mess with them. If the last post they made is maybe a year or two ago, then yeah, I would probably try to see if we can work something out. And also look at the quality of the pictures they are posting. If the quality of the pictures are a little bit blurry, even if it's a little blurry, but all the pictures are blurry like that, they are probably screenshots and they're reposting them. So I would recommend be very careful with that. Look at the pictures, make sure that they're good quality. So here's a conversation that I had with a scammer, and he was charging me $200 to do the design. So I told them I would do 20% down as a deposit and the rest once it was done, just because I was already getting a feeling that he was not legit. And then I said, I will need an invoice. He said, yeah, cool. What do you pay with? Cash or PayPal? I said, PayPal. What's your info? He then sends me an email and says he only accepts friends and family, which is between the message, what is your info, and send me your email address. Literally right in between there. And then I didn't reply because I saw he said friends and family. So that's when he sent me the other message at 7:32 a.m. the following day. And he unsent the previous messages where it said friends and family only. That's why you see me at the bottom put, okay, friends and family scammer. But don't fall for things like this. And payment. So when you go to say, how do I pay you? Make sure that you're using PayPal to pay. Don't use Bitcoin. Don't use Ethereum. Don't give out your credit card information. Don't do any of that. Make sure you use PayPal and don't do friends and family. Like, that's one of the biggest red flags. If one of these guys tell you that they only do friends and family because PayPal charges a fee, send them $3 more for the fee. Send them $5 more for the fee. That's what I do just to avoid being scammed. So don't ever send money friends and family. Never. Now I see a lot of new profiles coming up selling used Jeep parts. Those are for sure fake. They're gonna have blurry pictures. They're gonna be brand new profiles. Don't mess with them. Here's another example of one of these Jeep pages that sells used Jeep parts. And the way that you can tell, I'm gonna click on this picture here. You see how blurry it is, and the quality's not there. They're asking 100. Look at the finger in that picture. Now we're going to scroll up, and yes, they have a bunch of parts, but that doesn't mean they're legit. Look at the finger in this picture. They do not look the same. Like, that's one way to tell. It's different people that took those pictures. This is another one. You see how blurry it looks? Look at how blurry this axle is. Like, that's not legit. I would not trust this Instagram profile. Someone that I recommend that I've had good luck with, and he was local to me when I was in California, is Jeep Religion. He's based out of Riverside, and he does buy Jeeps and parts them out. Like, he actually does take the time to take the parts off, and he does sell them. Mostly local, but I'm sure he'll ship if you hit him up. So I'll have him linked down below if you guys need used parts from him. He's not paying me to say that. I'm just saying it because I've actually bought parts from him. Like, I bought an alternator for this Jeep from him. Another thing that you see is on Facebook groups. I use the Facebook groups all the time. That's where I learn a lot about these Jeeps. Sometimes people do sell used parts on there. Some people are legit, like it's easy to tell if someone's legit. Just click on their profile and it tells you how long they've had the Facebook for. I like to go through the pictures just to make sure that every picture, like it's actually their face. If they don't have their face, or if they have pictures of different faces as their profile picture, don't mess with them. If it's a new profile, I wouldn't mess with it at all. Again, the pictures are gonna be blurry too. And there are some legit people. They're gonna see some profiles with legit people that are trying to sell stuff. And I've seen people get screwed over by them. They send the money, PayPal friends and family, and at the end of the day, they don't get the stuff and they don't get their money back. So do not ever send friends and family. I suggest going to eBay. eBay has really good protection for buyers and sellers. So if you're gonna buy something used or sell something used, post it on eBay or buy it from eBay. That's where I've had good luck. I use Marketplace a lot. Like I bought these headlights here from Marketplace. I've never bought anything shipped through Facebook Marketplace, so I don't have any information on that, on how people can scam you on there. So I don't know. I usually try to buy stuff on Marketplace locally. So again, use PayPal goods and services. Do not ever send money through friends and family. Like that is a given. If anyone says friends and family, don't message them back, block them. Like that's what I've had to do. So more of the story is I try not to buy stuff online that is, you know, for used parts. And if I do, I'm gonna use eBay. And also, if I'm gonna buy something off of someone from Instagram, I'm gonna make sure that I pay goods and services. And I don't mind paying $5 more for the fee for the seller. What that means is if they're selling something for $20 and I send it through friends and family, they're gonna get the full $20. If I send it goods and services, there's gonna be like $1 fee. They only get like $18.50 or $19 instead of the full 20. So I'd rather offset that, send them $23 and we're good, you know? And that I'm paying for that insurance that I am gonna get the part, and if I don't, I could get my money back. And there's nothing wrong with buying used parts. Like I said, a bunch of parts that I bought have been used, so that's just a great way to save money. And if in your area you live in a city where there's other people that have WJs, then you're in luck. SoCal's a very great place to buy used parts. The only issue with SoCal is people are fast, so if you're not there quick enough, it might be sold by the end of the day. And like I said, I do have some used parts that I'm gonna put on this one, like those control arms and that ADCO rear sway bar. So I guess that means we will have to be buying a lift kit for this soon. I think the goal is gonna be a mild lift with some like 30s or 31s. I'm not sure if I wanna trim, but let me know what you guys would do to this Jeep right here. I'm just trying to get some ideas of what to do to it. I don't wanna go something too aggressive where I have to buy long arms and all that. So thinking maybe like a 2.5-inch lift with the core 4x4 control arms, an A-arm spacer. I have an A-arm spacer as well, and do some other little things here and there. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think. We'll be adding the ADCO's rear sway bar soon. I'm gonna do the control arms first. That way we can see if there's a difference in handling on a stock WJ, because I'm curious if there is. You know, it's a super thick bar compared to the stock one. So I'm excited to try it out and put it on. And yeah, I got that one used. So anyways, I hope this video helped you guys out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.